Hi, I'm Tina from Aotearoller skate gear and welcome to another episode of the Derby Elements with Skating Skills. On today's episode we're going to be breaking down hockey stops for beginners. So what I'm going to be doing is explaining what our upper body is doing and how that supports what our lower body is doing. So rather than talking about it, let's get to it. So much like when I broke down transitions, we want to have our upper body facing in the direction that we want to turn before we move our feet. So in a transition I spoke about turning your head and opening your shoulders. We're going to do the same thing here, except I'm only going to be turning to the side in which I choose to do my hockey stop to. So if I want to do a hockey stop to the left, I'm going to look to my left. I'm then going to turn my shoulders where I start opening up my hips. My final movement would be to then snap my hips around with my feet to complete that. Make sure when you're practicing it, use the 1, 2, 3 method that I'm going to show you, and it will just help smooth that. And as I always say with any skill, always do it nice and slowly and the speed will come last. Yeah. Okay, so the next thing I really want to talk about with what our feet are doing is where your weight is in your boot. So as I talk about, if we're turning left, we're going, weight's going left, right, and we're pivoting our left foot. So what my right leg is doing is, as I'm turning around in that semicircle that you see people doing when they're stopping, is I'm putting my weight down here in the back left hand side of my boot, and really taking advantage of my rear wheel. As I then start to turn my hip around, I then flick my foot out. Yeah, I'm just like, you just flick your foot out. So you're still got your weight there, but you're using your weight to flick out. It's very hard to speak about, but if you think about your foot putting your weight in your left hand heel and flicking outwards as you turn your hips, so you're doing a heel flick with your hip flick kind of thing. I'm just going to show you as 2 stops, both the same. First time I want you to focus on what my right leg is doing, so looking for that heel flick, and then the second stop I show, I want you to watch my left leg to look for the pivot. Yeah, so first one, focus on the right leg. Now second stop, I want you to focus on my left leg. So that's basically what each leg is doing in a hockey stop. Okay, so going into the 1, 2, 3s of the hockey stop. So when I say 1, it's turning the head. When I say 2, it's then turning the shoulders with the hips. And then when I say 3, it's flicking the hips with your feet, like doing a twist. Yeah, so like completing the twist. So I'm just going to show you in steps, and I'll say the 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So thank you for tuning in to another episode of Derby Elements with Skating Skills. If you would like to see any skills broken down in future episodes, please do let us know. You can contact us via our Facebook page or visit us on our website at www.aotearoller.co.nz. But until then, skate safe.